how do you overcome the fear of asking a girl out? You see a girl that you like, but you're scared to ask her out. Welcome to the club. It is the same for every guy out there, but it can become as easy as pie, second nature, if you follow a few of these things. I'm going to show you some ways to become your natural, unfiltered self, overcome the fear of rejection without using canned scripts or pick up artist lines or anything. But you got to learn a few steps, and it's easy, easy, easy. My name is James Burnham. I work as a fear coach. I teach people how to take fear, metabolize it, turn it into excitement so that they can perform at their highest levels in places where they may be feeling uncertain. So, when you apply that to picking up girls, let me give you some tips.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
The first thing you gotta do as a guy when you're looking at asking girls out is let go of the scarcity mindset. I see this all the time with guys. They find some girl they think is pretty and they want to ask her out and she's the only one and oh my gosh, I love her. And they're just doing all this stuff, right? And they're so scared that if they fail with her, they're never gonna meet the girl they like. That song by Pink Floyd, Quiet Desperation is the English way. That's what comes to my mind. Sitting there in the corner just hoping for something that cannot be because you're not even gonna act. Quit doing that. Know there's a million other beautiful, cool women out there. This is not the only one. Go ask. Second thing, embrace failure. Not every girl is gonna say yes to you. Not every girl is gonna be a match for you. In fact, not every pretty girl that you wanna ask out you even want to be with. Start realizing that. If she says no to you, good. Get to the no as fast as you can. Look at what you do well. Analyze how you process failure in that space and consider that. I have this picture that I keep in my home, and it's a picture of me diving off a cliff. I'm a good diver. Well, I wouldn't, depends on what you say good is. I can dive off a high cliff, do a swan dive. It's fun for me. I used to do it from really high cliffs when I was younger. Not a problem. And I was in Oregon and I slipped off this one cliff that was real slippery and fell, landed flat on my back in the water, came up, my brother was videotaping it, and we were just killing ourselves laughing, right? I didn't care that I failed. There was a million people watching me. I could have been embarrassed. I could have been ashamed. I wasn't because I know how to dive. I don't care. You can be the coolest guy on earth and ask a girl out and she'll shoot you down. Doesn't matter. There's other girls that won't. So embrace failure. Know that you have a space where when you fail, you don't beat yourself up. Take that template, place it on this, and know you can go up and ask a girl out. Yeah, no big deal. She can say yes or no. You don't care. It's just one shot. It doesn't hurt you. Doesn't touch you. All right? Point 3, gamify the process. Hold challenges with your friends. When you're getting started, it can be hard. I know it can. It can be really hard to get started. So what you got to do is you change it into a game so that you're not so intent on the outcome, which is getting the girl. You're just intent on beating your friend, right? How many numbers are you going to get tonight? Are you going to be able to ask a girl? Who's going to kiss a girl first? Whatever the game is you want to do, make that your challenge and get your mind off of the insecurities that you have. And the final thing that you want to look at is this idea that you always got a chance. Approach this playfully. When she shoots you down, think of that line in Dumb and Dumber where it is Jim Carrey and he hands over this briefcase to this beautiful woman he's been chasing and he asks her if he has a chance to date her. And she says, 1 in a million. And he responds, so you're saying I got a chance, right? It's hilarious. His positive return on that is great. You don't want to be that overbearing guy that is taking no and persisting. There's a balance here, right? But you can be playful with it. You can be shot down with grace and style. And maybe that girl that shoots you down doesn't like you, but the girl across the room that sees you take that hit to the chin with confidence and power, she's going to say, wow, check that guy out, right? Be playful. Stay confident. Don't be discouraged by rejection. Laugh at it. Laugh at yourself, right? Then you got a chance. 1 in a million, but you still got one. So I want to tell you a story of what I did in college, because I went on a mission for my church, and I was in Japan, and we weren't even allowed to teach women. We weren't allowed to shake their hands. So for 2 years of my life, from 19 to 21, I was in this weird, isolated kind of monastery, monkish style of life where I had no interaction with girls. And I came back to college and I was excited to meet girls, but I was so awkward and nervous around them. I was 21 in an 18-year-old body's social kind of capacity of interacting with girls, and I was feeling like a fish out of water. And I couldn't understand when a girl touched my knee if that meant she was in love with me or if she was just being friendly. And I felt scared to do anything. And so I had a buddy who had had a breakup, and he hadn't been dating for a long time because he'd really liked this girl, and we started a competition. And we decided that we would, it was only $10, but we bet $10 that one of us would be able to kiss a girl before the other. I wanted $10. I was willing to do anything for $10 back then. So we went out and we went at it. And the fact that I was just doing it for money took my mind off my own awkwardness, my sense of just real confusion about what kind of signs I was picking up from women, because I didn't know. I was so caught up and worried about being and doing and saying the right thing so that I could make sure that that girl liked me and didn't reject me, that I had forgotten how fun it could be to just engage with a girl in a fun way. To just let her see me as I am and just go for it. Balls to the wall, just lay it on the line and see what happens, right? I won the $10, by the way. So that's a good story for me. I did, but I didn't do it really well at first. I remember the first few times I went up to a girl and started talking, and I was like, hey, how you doing? And I was so nervous and so awkward that these girls just, they could feel it, right? It's hard when you see somebody in a situation like that. It's hard to look at them when you see how nervous they are. It's uncomfortable. And I could feel these girls sensing my tension, just kind of turn away and act like I wasn't there. And I'd go back to my friend and we would laugh about it. We would joke about it. And then I would try again. And with each iteration of that, the fumbling hello, all of that stuff that I was doing, I became more and more confident. I became more at ease. And then, sure enough, after enough tries, I was walking up to girls just like I'd walk up to another guy on the street and be like, hey, how you doing, man? You're a nice girl. I'd love to see you and talk to you sometime if you're free. You know, whatever. Say whatever the hell I wanted to say, but let her know that I was interested. I was just being me. And when you do that, you don't have to be me. You just be you. And that girl that gets to see you in all your confidence and all your glory, being who you are, not who I am, not who a pickup artist is, but being you. That's the girl that you want to like you. That's the girl that you want to kiss you. Don't worry about those girls that turn away from you. They're not the girl for you. So don't sweat it. You just gotta wade through the crowd, find out who's there, and if you have the confidence to go through those steps, get out of the set mindset of scarcity, know there's a ton of women out there, be happy with failure, laugh at yourself, gamify the process, and just enjoy the journey. Things will change for you, I guarantee it. There's nothing more attractive than a guy that is able to engage and move freely and say what he thinks he wants to say without any hesitation. I promise you, this will work. Start asking girls out. Make some friends, make some goals, it'll happen. Speaking of fear and how to ask a girl out without being afraid, I got this video, How to Face the Future Without Fear, that you might want to check out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on any more of our content. Thanks for hanging out. I'm James Burnham. See you next time. Hey, don't be fearful of this next video. You need it. I can tell. If you're watching me right now, you don't got a girlfriend.